What's going on, guys, man? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy J Ford. We are back with another video. Look at this. This is crazy. I was so pissed when it happened. Hopefully when I send this thing off they can get it fixed for me. We'll see though, man. Hopefully. Yeah, man. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So yeah, I get a lot of questions about these headlights on Instagram. Some I've had a few questions on YouTube as well. So I decided I'd do another video, quick update video, like a 1-year review. I believe these headlights are the best headlight housing for the money. So you can get these headlights for around about $450. So that's not bad at all. That's pretty good compared to some of the other headlights that's on the market. Now I am talking about for the 15 to 17 model F150, for the 18 to 20 or 21, 22, the ALPHAREX Pro Series. You can get them for a little under $700, which is still not bad compared to some of the other brands that's on the market, like Morimoto's, Go Recon, or even the ALPHAREX Novas. So I believe that these headlights are pretty good for the money, which is why I'm making this video. I went with the black headlight housing. They have a jet black, which is more have a gloss look, and they also have a chrome housing. So as I said, keep in mind that these are projector headlights, so they are made for halogen bulbs. But I did buy some LED bulbs and put them in there. I put the H7 bulbs, and I put the Hikari LED bulbs in, which I haven't currently. So far so good, but I do also have some LASFIT LED bulbs that I'm planning to swap out and put in, but not right now. I'm just gonna let these run out, and I also haven't had the time to install because, you know, Ford want to be crazy. You have to go behind the fender and do all this just to put the bulbs in. Speaking of LASFIT, today's video is brought to you by LASFIT. You can get 10% off your purchase if you go to the website. Use the link down in the description below, and it also helps support the channel. And I appreciate that if you do that as well. I have LASFIT bulbs all around the truck pretty much. I have them in my fog lights here. They're pretty bright. I also have them on my rear cargo lights. One of the bulbs went out, and I also have them right here on my license plate light. One of the bulbs went out on my cargo light, and they actually DM'd me not too long after that. I never said anything to them about it. They actually DM'd me, asked me how the lights was going on the truck. I told them one of the lights went out on my cargo light. They actually sent me another pair of lights, so for free, no charge at all. They have great customer service, and I definitely highly recommend them if you want some new LED bulbs in on your F150. The lights are super bright at night. But anyway, back to the topic of the video. So we're gonna jump in right into the pros and cons. First, we're gonna start off with the pros. The major pro of these headlights is the cost, man. You can't beat the price of these headlights. They are great. For $450, man, compared to some of the other headlights on the market, I think that's pretty good. And look at them, they look real good, man. Like $450, like $450. That's a great price point for some headlight housing on the truck. You can get a set of Novas for like around $1,200, or Morimoto's. I believe the hybrids may be $900 or $1,000. Or you can get the actual, I forgot what it is, XB, I don't know. They're like $1,500, $1,700. So you can get you a great set of headlight housing for $450. I definitely feel like you can't beat that price point. The next pro, man, I just feel like it gives the truck a much better look. It looks a lot cleaner. Look at it. It gives the truck like that Raptor look. Even though we don't want to necessarily go for that Raptor style, but I think that's what one of the main things that everybody loved about the Raptor. Next pro, they come with the switchback function. So when you turn your truck on, the DRL is gonna blink amber, and the DRLs, they pretty bright at night. The outline of the DRL right here, I do like those. It's pretty bright at night. Right now, I don't know if you necessarily can see them, but just give the truck that clean look. I love the DRLs on here. Also, I almost forgot to mention that these headlights are plug and play, so you just pretty much set them up, install them, and then you just plug up everything. The only thing that's not plug and play is the DRL wire harness. You have to buy that separately. You can get that at your local store, like a O'Reilly's or anywhere like that. But anyway, the last pro is pretty much the light output. The light output is pretty good. It's not too bad. I believe it's good enough. They're okay for them to be projector headlights, and they're made for a halogen bulb. So, and like I said, I did put LED bulbs in here, so they are alright for them to be made for halogen bulbs. But now let's jump into the cons. The main con of these headlights are, which I get asked this question a lot, the DRL does not, when I say DRLs, I mean this outline right here. For those who may not know, the DRLs, they do not stay on. You know, they just don't automatically come on. So that's like my main issue with these, at least for me. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, since I've had these, they don't come on. So typically, to get these to stay on, I have to go ahead and turn the parking light on, what you see right here. Usually I have to switch that. So that's the main con. So if you mess around and forget to turn this off when you leave the truck, obviously you're gonna have this beeping noise going off, but sometimes you may still forget to turn it off. But you know, you don't want to kill your battery, so just try to remember to switch that off. Switch it back to auto or turn it all the way off completely. But that's like the main thing that I usually do whenever I want to run the DRLs. That's like my biggest issue with these, like they don't stay on. I have had one time where they were on and I didn't turn I had it on auto. I noticed it one day. I was riding somewhere and I seen the reflection, but usually it don't be on. I don't know if it's something that I have to tap into with the fuse or what, but I have seen other people say they had the issue as well, and it's not that they don't be on automatically. The next con is sometimes during the day, like as you can see now in certain spots, the DRL can be hard to see. It's noticeable, but it's not as bright as some of the other brands like a Morimoto. This is the last con. It's not necessarily a con, it's not necessarily an issue. I do feel like ALPHAREX, they should have made these LEDs from the jump originally, because they end up coming out with a Lux version that's LED output, and the Lux version pretty much they have the H7 bulb, and it's like an extra $200 for this particular model F150 for the 1517 F150, which is like an extra, I believe it's like $600 total, 600 650 total, somewhere in there. Overall, so far so good, man. I don't really have any complaints about the headlights other than some of the cons that I listed, but I haven't had any issues or anything. But would I recommend these headlights? I would say yes, I definitely would recommend these headlights, because you just can't beat that price point. For right under $500, you can get you some solid headlights, especially if you don't want to spend the money right off the back on some other headlights that may cost a little bit more. But if you have the money, or if you want to spend the money, I would go ahead and get the Morimotos or ALPHAREX Novas, or the Go Recons, the newer version of the Go Recon headlights. They all look pretty good. You're gonna spend a little bit more money, but man, the look you get is way better. Don't get me wrong, like these ALPHAREX Pro Series, they look real good, and I think they give the truck a clean look. They look way better than stock. But I decided the reason why I went with these, because I was on a budget and I didn't want to spend $1,500–1,700 right off the back. They didn't release the hybrids, which are a little bit cheaper than I believe XBs or whatever they're called. They didn't have those yet at the time when I purchased these, so I just wanted to save a little money, because I was going all in on the lift wheels and tires, and I wanted everything to be done. I didn't want to buy the headlight housing later after I bought everything. I wanted to go ahead and buy the headlight housing before I put the lift and everything on, so all the cosmetic things could be somewhat done. So that's the reason why I did that. Maybe I'll buy a pair of Morimotos in the near future, I don't know, and maybe we can do a comparison video of how they are. But as far as now, I'm going to stick with the ALPHAREX. I believe these are a great set of headlights that you could buy for the money. You just can't beat the price point. But anyway, guys, that's going to conclude the video. If you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up if you like this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Man, we're going to keep this thing rolling and keep some content going. And yeah, that's it. Catch y'all next one.